The state government.
Well, my dear children, we have now come to discuss the state government. India, as the land of milk and honey, the cradle of major civilizations, the birthplace of important religion, has got 28 states and 7 union territories. The states are independent, yet they are subject to the central government. It is beautifully defined in the Constitution of India that every state has got its own rights, duties, and it can establish its own legislature, it can establish its own executive. Dear children, in this unit, we will be delving deeper into the executive of the government, state government, and the legislature of the state government. Here, under the executive heading, we are going to discuss the powers of the governor, the powers of the chief minister, the council of ministers, and under the heading the legislature, we will be dealing the legislative assembly and the legislative council. Let's take the executive, the topic executive, under it we have the governor. The governor is the highest authority, the first citizen of the state. He is appointed by the president of the country and he commands the forces of the state. He is the one who appoints the chief minister and the council of ministers. The entire administration is run in the name of the governor. The governor has got powers within him to dissolve the assembly. He has got the power to remit the death sentence. He has got the power to cancel any punishment. He has got the power to appoint the chairman of the state Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, for example, and he has got the power to appoint the varsity heads, and he has got the power to appoint all the judicial officers. Hence, the power of the governor is something very, very important. Dear children, it is the governor who invites the leader of the majority party to form the government. The chief minister is invited by the governor and he asks him or her to form the government, proving the majority on the floor of the assembly. Hence, the governor can be said to be the ruler of the state. Under him comes the chief minister. Now, only the governor is a nominal head, though he is called the first citizens of the state. It is the chief minister who calls the shot. The chief minister is one who leads the majority party, proves the majority on the floor of the house, and leads the government for a period of 5 years. Usually, the chief minister meets the governor and submits the support letter given by the elected MLAs. At present, our chief minister, Jayalalitha, has got a very clear majority in the state legislature, and hence she has no compulsion under the coalition government. Here, my dear children, under the chief minister, we have got the council of ministers. The council of ministers is responsible for the people. Department functions under the effective supervision of the minister. It is the minister who moves the file. It is the minister who takes the decision for each department in consultation with the chief minister. It is the chief minister who can dismiss a minister if he or she is not happy with the particular department. But the minister has got enormous powers with him or with her. There are many IAS officers to guide the council of ministers. Hence, we have the executive. Under the executive, we have the governor, and the governor appoints the chief minister, and the chief minister in turn forms the council of ministers for the effective functioning of the state. Let's move on to the legislature. What is this legislature? The legislature is the law-making body. All the MLAs come together and there they meet in a place called Assembly. In Tamil Nadu, St. George Fort is the assembly building for Tamil Nadu. And here the assembly meets and elects a leader called their floor leader. He or she becomes the chief minister. There in the legislative assembly, all the rules, laws, bills are enacted. Their debates, discussions, motions, everything takes place. We can see people walking out of the assembly, staging a walkout in protest against the policies announced by the government. Some parties don't accept the decision of the government. Some parties argue for certain things which the government does not lead. Hence, we can see it on the outside of the assembly, people coming out, sitting on a dharna, staging a protest. Everything can be watched today live. My dear children, in some states, as in the parliament, we have the legislative council. Legislative assembly and legislative council both are equal to the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. The legislative assembly can be equated with the Lok Sabha, whereas the legislative council can be equated with the Rajya Sabha. But there I would like to draw your attention to one fact. Rajya Sabha is a must in the parliament. We cannot have the complete parliament without the Rajya Sabha. Whereas the legislative council is not present in many states. In Tamil Nadu, at present, we don't have the legislative council, whereas our neighboring state Karnataka has it. Our another neighboring state Kerala does not have the legislative council. It is in the Constitution of India that it is the prerogative of the state government to form the legislative council or not to have it. Thus, the executive and the legislature work together for the prosperity, for the welfare of the people. And there is another wing of the government, judiciary in the state, which is headed by the Chief Justice of the High Court.
India is a union of 28 states and 7 union territories. Among the 7 union territories, Delhi is the national capital territory. The states are administered by the state governments. The union territories are administered by the president through the lieutenant governors or chief administrators. Delhi attained the status of National Capital Territory by the 69th Amendment of the Constitution in 1991. The powers and functions of the state governments are clearly defined in the Constitution. They are responsible for the administration of the subjects in the state list of the Constitution. Like the government at the center, the state government also has its own legislative and executive wings. Articles 152 to 237 of our Constitution mention clearly about the administration of the states. Articles 153 to 160 deal with the appointment, qualification, powers and functions of the governor. The executive. The state executive in each state consists of the governor, the chief minister, and the council of ministers. The governor. The entire executive authority rests with the governor. He is the nominal and constitutional head of the state government. The council of ministers, with the chief minister as the head, is the real executive. The Council of Ministers is collectively responsible to the State Legislative Assembly. The appointment of the Governor. The Governor is appointed by the President by warrant under his hand and seal. He or she can be transferred from one state to another by the President. The Governor has to take an oath of office before the Chief Justice of the High Court. Qualifications: he or she must be a citizen of India. He or she should have completed 35 years of age. He or she should not be a member of Parliament or of any state legislature. If so, he or she has to vacate the post. He or she should not hold any office of profit under state or central government. He or she should not belong to the same state where he or she is appointed as the governor. The term of office. The term of office of the governor is normally 5 years, but he or she holds office during the pleasure of the president. The president can remove the governor before the expiry of his or her term or can extend his or her term for another 5 years. The governor can resign from his or her post, but no impeachment proceedings against him or her are contemplated in the Constitution. Powers and functions of the governor. According to Article 164 of the Constitution, the governor appoints the chief minister and other ministers on the advice of the chief minister. He also appoints the Advocate General, chairperson and members of the State Public Service Commission, vice chancellors of the universities in the state, etc. The governor has to send periodical reports to the president regarding the functioning of the state government. He directly rules the state when there is imposition of the president's rule. The governor is the part of the state legislature. He or she nominates 1/6 of the members to the Legislative Council wherever it exists. The Anglo-Indian representative in the State Assembly is also nominated by the governor. All bills passed by the state legislature become laws only with his or her assent. He or she can pass ordinances when the legislature is not in session. If there is problem in law and order situation in any state, the President issues a proclamation under Article 356 of the Constitution, by which the State Assembly will be dissolved. The governor, under such circumstances, gets the real administrative powers. This is called President's Rule. The permission of the governor is necessary for introducing money bills in the state legislature. Demand for grants can be made only on the recommendation of the governor. State budget is presented in the Legislative Assembly only with his or her permission. The Constitution empowers the governor to spend money from the contingency fund of the state to meet unforeseen expenditure. The governor is empowered to pardon, commute, or suspend the sentence of any criminal convicted under the jurisdiction of the state on advice from the state's cabinet or chief minister. However, he or she has no powers to increase the punishments. The governor receives annual report of the State Public Service Commission and submits the same to the legislature for the consideration and approval.